Welcome to All About Money on HKIBC. I am Chloe Fong. There's no doubt that the Metaverse economy is taking off, with Citibank estimating it could be worth $13 trillion within 8 years. Many leading businesses and banks are rushing to establish a presence in the Metaverse to attract more customers and pave way for a boom in virtual real estate sales. Joining me from Paris is Sebastien Borget, the co-founder of the Sandbox, one of the leading Metaverse platforms, a web and mobile game in which players can build a three-dimensional virtual world. Welcome to the program, Sebastien.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And first, can you give us a brief introduction about the Metaverse? I know that the Metaverse economy is taking off with more popularity, but still some people are not really familiar with the concept. So tell us, what is Metaverse and what is the difference between Metaverse and the traditional games?
Of course. So the Metaverse, think of it like a myriad of virtual worlds that you as a human being can access through an avatar. It's a 3D character that becomes a representation of yourself and that allows you to enter all sorts of more social, more rich, more fun, more engaging, more creative kind of experiences. And that avatar will let you play, let you socialize, let you talk with other users, let you also create content, etc. One big difference between the Metaverse and traditional gaming or traditional virtual world like we've seen for more than 25 years is this idea that this avatar is your identity. You actually own that identity as an NFT, a token on the blockchain. You also own all the content you create or you buy on marketplace, or the virtual land as well is your digital property. It's stored on a wallet using blockchain technology, and you can transfer it from one world to another. You can sell it to another user on a marketplace that is not the marketplace where the content was originally created, etc. So you have this freedom of ownership, of selling, of monetizing, of transferring the content, or even using it on other worlds where it was not originally created from, which is really opening a whole new space and a whole new range of possibilities to build a true digital economy.
Right, it's definitely still developing as well. Before we move into more details, also tell us more about your company, the Sandbox. So what is it all about, and what is the business model?
So the Sandbox is contributing to build this open metaverse. Like, we provide an easy way for anyone to become a creator and to truly own and monetize those 3D assets and game experiences using blockchain and NFTs. We've brought more than 200 brands from around the world, including Warner Music, Adidas, Gucci, and more recently with Megacity 2, Ocean Park, Standard Chartered Bank, Regal Hotels, Tatler Asia, Mad World, many others, so China Morning Post for Hong Kong local media. And we've enabled them really to create those more immersive experiences in Sandbox. We enable them to develop a new relationship with their fans through the ownership of the content. We definitely have seen a lot of traction recently. So typically Sandbox also as a virtual world has a map that counts 166, 164 lands. So it's sold about 70% of it. And we made in 2021, the Sandbox represented over the $500 million virtual real estate market. We represented about 64% of it, just to give you a range. We have more than 2.5 million users with a wallet, and we already have launched several seasons where players can actually play with their avatar, interact, discover the content, socialize, dance, watch virtual shows, and many more activities, of course. So yes, already available and growing progressively.
Right, and I know that your company recently has also launched a new round of virtual land sales. So tell us, how has that been going?
Yeah, exactly. Like just last week, we've launched Mega City 2 as an expansion of Mega City 1, which is one neighborhood in the Sandbox that already gathered some of like the top brands and partners that represent the culture of Hong Kong. We had like South China Morning Post, we had Adrian Cheng, we had Sang Hung Kai, and we added with this expansion also key locations from lifestyle, from fashion, from culture of Hong Kong, such as I was mentioning before, Ocean Park, Tatler Asia, UFO School, Mad World, or Corley Road, Time Gates of Hong Kong pop culture. And that land sale was very successful in terms of metric. We sold about 100 land, more or less, and we generated well over $3 million in total revenue, with the most expensive parcel of land being 12 by 12 that went on auction and sold for 600,000 cents, roughly $1.5 million by then.
Do you see there will be more banks or businesses from various sectors would dive into your platforms? Tell us about what you think the market will grow soon.
Well, the way we're seeing the metaverse shaping is like it's going to become a place for digital expression, and all the activities from the real world will be in the metaverse and be expanded through this new technology and a whole new feature that it enables. So, of course, we're seeing like music, art, entertainment, lifestyle, fashion, luxury, sport, different celebrities, and of course, gaming companies entering. And most of them are already present in Sandbox, as you can see from behind me. But we also seeing like more of the traditional sectors like retail bank, automotive, shopping, commerce, also acquire land. So we have PricewaterhouseCoopers Hong Kong who acquired land. Just 2 days ago, the Dubai VARA for the virtual asset regulatory system, which has acquired land in Sandbox. It's the first regulator in the space. We have different, like you mentioned, Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC as well. And the reason they are entering is not just to open a virtual bank in Sandbox. That makes no sense. They are looking to develop new, creative, innovative ways to connect with users. And that's what the metaverse provides. It's a way also to disrupt your own business, to reinvent yourself, and definitely look at like what are the possibilities. One of the most interesting Hong Kong I'm thinking about as well is the MTR, the subway transportation system that also acquired land and came to Sandbox. And you think about it and say like, why would such a company enter? And like when you think about the possibilities of like what transportation means in the metaverse, like how it connects avatar across different parcels and how it can bridge between the physical world and the virtual world, then you start to see some more possibilities.
Right. Actually, the concept of a metaverse is still kind of blowing my mind because, you know, this is something very, very new and a lot of people are still learning how it's going to work. And just tell us, what do you think that has driven the virtual land sales growth since last year? Why would people be willing to own properties in a world where they cannot touch or get involved, right? Especially, you know, for some people who are remaining, you know, who are still kind of skeptical about this new economy. So how would you respond to those voices and also help us to analyze the key drivers for this industry?
Absolutely. Well, the way I see it is like we've seen since last year a growing interest towards NFT. It started with art, then it moved into like sport collectible, then like profile picture and collection of images. Finally, gaming items, avatars, and lands as well. So people are looking more and more for NFTs that have actually a real utility behind and that can be utilized across one or multiple applications to generate a revenue from their engagement. And when you think about virtual land, virtual real estate, it's so simple to understand. It's really connected to what we're already familiar in the real world with just real estate. So you truly own that piece of digital space where you, as a creator, can publish a content, a creation, an experience, a story, an adventure, game, social hub, a virtual concert place, you name it. And you can develop that property in a matter of just like hours of days through technology, through tools, in case of Sandbox, VoxEdit or 3D Editor and Game Maker, which is no code, so requires no specific knowledge. There's no barrier to entry for creation. You can develop content in a matter of hours of day. Whereas in the real world, actually, if you want to develop anything, it's going to take you months, years, maybe more sometimes. And then you have access when you publish that creation, that experience on the map where other users with their avatar can enter and access that experience. You have access to that monetization and a global audience, because that's what the Metaverse and Sandbox is building. Like we have access both from users in US as well as in Korea, in Hong Kong, in China, in Japan, in Europe, and other regions. And so that's, I think, the thing that blows my mind. Like you're no longer limited by the laws of physics, no limit to your imagination beyond what technology allows you to do, access to a global audience, and you can publish and create content in a matter of hours. All of those like give you the possibility to develop and monetize content, which thanks to NFT, you truly own much, much faster. And when I mean truly own, that's also one important aspect. Like as a creator in Sandbox, you keep 95% of the revenue that you generate from like building experiences or game or making 3D assets for those builders. And so anything you do, anything you create, the time you spend on the platform is actually very well rewarded and has already led to the creation of thousands of jobs. And that actually, I believe the Metaverse will be a driver for the creation of millions of jobs with skill sets that are like very natural for many people involved into digital economy already.
Right, I'm very glad that you bring out this part as well, like the interconnection between the virtual world and also our real world. Thank you so much for your time, Sebastien. Let's take a short break. Coming up next, we will have more discussions on the Metaverse economy, so do stay tuned.